What if I told you there was a way to make money in real estate right now that required no money, no credit, and more importantly, no risk? Would you believe me? Well, at the end of this video, you will. I'm going to talk about a way to invest in real estate for brand new real estate investors that allows you to get into the game with no money, no credit, and no risk. I'm going to walk through this magical thing called wholesaling, which some of you have probably heard of, but you may not have heard it the way I do it, which again, doesn't require any money, credit, or risk. So what is wholesaling real estate? Wholesaling real estate is simply selling paper. You get a distressed property under contract to purchase with a purchase date on the contract, and then before closing, usually it can be after closing, but if we're trying to do the no money, no credit, no risk way, you do it before closing, you sell that sheet of paper, you sell that contract to that house for more than you got the house under contract for. It's very, very simple, but of course it's a lot of hard work. There's a difference between simple and easy. There's a lot more steps that goes into it. Again, getting ready to walk out the door and show you exactly how to do that on the whiteboard. But who is wholesaling for? Wholesaling is for anybody that wants to get in the real estate investing game that needs cash now. We wholesale about 200 houses a year. The reason we do that is we don't want to rehab everyone, and not everyone will make sense as a rental property. And sometimes we need cash now. If you need cash now or in the next few weeks, wholesaling is a great option. It's going to take you a while to get the processes figured out and get the deal flow coming your way. But once you do, you're able to make a decent amount of money relatively quickly. I read somewhere that the national average wholesale fee is about $22,000. That's right, profit per deal. I would venture to guess it's probably in that 15 to 20K range. So to sell these pieces of paper can be very lucrative, but there's a lot of work and effort that goes into it. All right, with that being said, let's head upstairs and I'm going to show you how to wholesale real estate with no money, no credit, and no risk. In order to fully understand wholesaling, how I'm going to teach it to you, you need to understand in a nutshell what the real estate investing process looks like. It's very simple. Real estate investing in a nutshell is taking a distressed property, fixing it up, making it nice, and then either selling it or renting it for profit. I think we can all agree on that process no matter what type of real estate investing you're doing. However, if you're going to be wholesaling how I'm talking about, you're living inside the transaction to accommodate that no money, no credit, no risk. So let's walk through a realistic real life example. So let's say you find a distressed property, you talk to the home seller, they want 160 grand, you think that's too expensive, you want 140, and you settle in the middle. So you get the property under contract to purchase for $150,000. On day one, the contract states that in 45 days, you will close on the property and they will get their $150,000. What you do to negate all risk is you build in a 10-day contingency, meaning you have 10 days to execute the contract. This is very, very normal. If you've ever bought a house or any piece of real estate, to be honest, there has been inspection contingencies in that contract, whether it be an actual inspection contingency or an appraisal contingency from the bank because they don't want to lend more money than the property's worth, or even be a financial contingency, meaning the lending source needs to underwrite and approve the deal, check out the inspection report, check out the comps, and then they will actually fund the deal. So contingencies are completely normal. Just make sure that the seller knows about. Don't have a hidden contingency. Make sure it's clearly written in the contract, and also make sure that the seller knows about it. So if you get to day 10 and you haven't been able to sell the property for more than $150,000 to your list of cash buyers, that's okay. You let the seller know and you set the expectation that if I can't get this deal done, 10 days from now, you'll be no worse off than you are now. They're not mad, you're not mad, no risk at all, you're gone, everything's good. Now, let's say you do sell it on day 8 for $175,000. Now, whoever is buying the house from you, the landlord, the rehabber, whoever that is now legally bound because they gave an approval letter, the bank sent a letter in, they are legally bound to now close on that property. So on day 45, the seller of the house gets paid $150,000 just like they wanted. And you get paid $25,000 for connecting the dots. Now I know I make it sound simple, but it is not that easy. You put a lot of work, you spend a lot of money, energy, and effort to find this distressed property, to negotiate it, to clearly tell the seller exactly what is going on, and to find the list of cash buyers, which is honestly pretty easy to do if you have a good deal. You can go, on your local meetups and ask there. You can go to those local Facebook groups and try to sell the property that way. Just make sure the contingency is transparent. And as I said earlier, if you're not able to get it sold, you don't have to close on it. Therefore, you don't need any money, and therefore you're not getting a loan on it, so you don't need any credit. Now, of course, it's easier and you'll get more deals to wholesale if you can take out the contingency, if you're able to take some risk, if you're able to put some money down potentially, or if you're able to actually close on the property and get the funding. A lot of people like us close on property. So we do have funding, we do use money, and we do have risk. But if you don't have money or credit right now, this is a great way to start getting into real estate investing, start making extra cash, and starting to understand the process so that eventually you can take this $150,000 house, you can buy it yourself, and you can keep it as a rental property, or you can buy it yourself and flip it and make more than $25,000. This is just an initial stepping stone to help you be more successful in real estate investing and help you get in the game. If you learned anything from this video, make sure to hit that like button, share this with a friend that you're maybe thinking about getting into wholesaling with. Check out the description and subscribe to this channel. This is where I host my podcast. This is also where I host educational videos like this to help you get more informed in real estate investing so you can have a better life. See you on the next one.